Oh man, I forgot to put in my mic. I'm slacking. Un momento, por favor. Messing all the way up. Thank you, Joe. Okay. Can you hear me properly? Just let me know in the chat. I had to plug in my microphone. Okay. It's Friday. There's a million other things you could be doing today, tonight, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Okay, today hi everyone. Today I posted a cut down of my last live, a previous live, and posted it. It's doing well. It ranked #1 out of like my last 10 posts, which is a big deal because I haven't had one of those in a long time. So thank you for supporting. It is the last video I posted, so go ahead and watch it. It's a nice, succinct cut down of my live. Turn to it whenever you need motivation, help, just speaking life into you. I speak slower on live stream because I need to think about what I'm saying. But when I do those cut downs, I speed it up, cut it up, chop it up, make it interesting, put some graphics on it, and give it to you. Nice and digestible. All right, so Monday is what? It's echoing. My transmission is echoing. Oh no. Is it echoing, y'all? I hope not. Anybody else experiencing my audio poorly? Or is it just Fritz? Okay, I'll take that. Okay, I've been thinking about I have been really contemplating what the September challenge would be. Okay, Monday is September 1st. We like Mondays because they're usually the start of a new week, a new routine. It'll also be a new month. For me, September is the start of a new season. All right. I've been thinking about the challenge for a while. And the reason I'm calling this the unexpected fasting challenge for your September lock-in is because it's going to be different than my previous challenges. Okay. You might be surprised, but it's going to be 14 days, and I'm going to share the document with you tonight. I'm kind of nervous because it's not your typical Colleen challenge, okay? So let me see if I could go ahead and open this up, and I'm gonna put it, I should have put it in the description, but I'll drop it in the chat and then I'll put it in the description later. I should have done all this, right? Bear with me, but I hope you're well. Let me know how you're doing on your journeys, your fasting journeys, no matter the length. Okay, yes, they're just a viewer. I know. It's different, y'all. Okay, I don't know why I'm nervous. Okay, so Teresa, it's not ADF. That's the first clue. It's not an ADF challenge. Actually, let me put it through bit.ly really quickly just to make it neater, and then I'll share it. This challenge is not going to be an alternate day fasting challenge, but it's still a fasting challenge. What I'm seeing the most of, right, is I'm seeing a lot of people not staying on long enough to be consistent, which is worrisome for me. A lot of people find it painful, are always falling off the horse, not able to be on it long enough, alternate day fasting long enough in order to reap the benefits. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to drop this link. And it's not to say that you can't feast or fast, alternate day fast with the challenge, but I'm pulling out the most important aspect of fasting for this challenge. And hopefully it'll be a lot more feasible for the September lock-in, because if you have, I'm going to say 40 or more pounds to lose, if you have 40 or more pounds to lose, I just dropped it in the chat. I need you to lose 20 pounds by December. I need you to lose 20 pounds by December. You have 4 months to lose 20 pounds. That's an average of 6 to 7 pounds a month. Okay. And usually during your first month, you can lose up to 8 or 10. Okay. So this challenge is called the 6 to Sleep Challenge. The 6 to Sleep Challenge, I will go over. So open up the documents if you have it. It's PDF form. Let me know if you could open it. I wish I could. Let me see if I could add this to the description box while it's like going. Is that possible? Yes, it is. I'm also adding it to the description box. All right. I'm definitely cutting up this live because it's so all over the place. Okay. September. Why is everything acting so crazy? September. Login challenge. I hope you guys are opening the PDF. Okay. Save. Okay. Now it's in the description box. Okay. The reason why I decided to go this route for this challenge is because, one, I need this to be realistically long-lasting for you if you do decide to join the challenge, which I think you should. Even if you don't do the challenge, this is very important. It's called the 6 to Sleep. I thought it was catchy, and I like the time to start the fast. I was recommending those who find it hard to do alternate day fasting, which is roughly a 36-hour fast, right? I was recommending to those, yes, you could always watch these later. I was recommending to those who find it difficult to do the 36-hour fast to work backwards. Either you can do OMAD or you can do 16-8, but instead of skipping breakfast, skip dinner. So in my head, I was thinking like, I like that. I like that because it's something that I really want to work on too, is late night eating, which is the bane of our existence. And inside the document, I give a little breakdown as to why late night eating is bad. But I kept thinking about how to incorporate 16-8 at a time that's appropriate and ends appropriately. 4 p.m. to me is just way too early to end to me. And then I don't want y'all eating at 10 a.m. So I was like, you know what? When you wake up, not treat yourself, have a healthy, nutritious breakfast, a healthy, nutritious, filling lunch. If you like, you could have maybe a snack. And at 6 p.m., that's it, that's all. The reason why, for me, the biggest reason why I saw results with any fasting protocol was stopping eating before bed. And in the document, I'll go over it with you. So it's the 6 to sleep. It's 14 days. It's 14 days. What 14 days will teach you is how to discipline yourself. Because a lot of people fail their ADF challenge at nighttime. At nighttime. Mary, what is your protocol for 16/8 right now? Because if you're eating at night, do this. It's not so much that the calories, it's the fact that we're going to sleep on full stomachs. Okay, so stop eating at 6 p.m. Fast until bedtime. Only water and tea. Okay, you can't drink no coffee. You need to go to bed. All right, breakfast, high protein, high fiber. Whatever your diet is, make sure you have a stable diet. Don't just throw things together, microwave everything. You have 2 meals. Treat them right. Okay, why late night eating sabotages your progress? Many people eat late at night without realizing why, which is a big deal for me. It's rarely true hunger. Skipping meals or not eating enough during the day can leave your body craving calories at night, while stress, boredom, or emotional tension can turn food into comfort, which is a big issue with most of us being binge eaters, emotional eaters. Evening routines like watching TV or scrolling on your phone will often cue mindless snacking. So for me, I used to turn on the TV at 7 p.m. and want to get my big bowl of popcorn. Eating late keeps your body from fully digesting before sleep. It disrupts fat burning and can throw off your hunger hormones, making it harder to stay on track the next day. By stopping eating at 6 p.m., you give your body the chance to rest, digest, and burn fat efficiently while improving sleep and overall energy. The benefits will include improving digestion and sleep. It cuts late night snacking. So all those little things that you didn't think added up to your total calorie are eliminated. So those little pecks and pieces from the fridge, a little piece of chocolate here, a late night bagel with cream cheese, all that's diminished. What you have for breakfast and lunch that's it. Whatever you eat before 6, that's it. You're gonna boost fat burning overnight. What I noticed while alternate day fasting, anytime I go to bed hungry, I had the best digestion. I always had a full bowel movement in the morning. It never failed. My stomach was significantly flatter and I slept deeper. It never failed. This also builds discipline and consistency. If you can't make it through a few hours at night, don't expect to be successful in a longer eating protocol, fasting protocol, or most diets, to be honest, because humans should not be going to sleep with a whole bunch of food on their stomach. Dinner is a construct that we need to eliminate. Just for this. I think 6 p.m. is a good time balance for those who maybe go to bed at 9, 10, 11. I need to go to bed earlier. I really do. Use that time to walk Use that time to exercise. Use that time to do your nighttime routine. Okay? The end goal by day 14, you will reset your evening habits. You'll learn to stop breaking out of all that snacking, all that fridge rummaging, that pantry raiding. You're going to experience more restful sleep. You're going to train your body to tap into fat burning, because if you don't give yourself a chance to be hungry, you'll never burn fat. All right. That's why ADF worked so well, because you are burning what's already there. But you can't burn it if you're never doing consistent ADF. So this is a way to start preparing yourself. If you can't stop eating at nighttime, then we know it's not true hunger during this challenge, because you're eating in the day. So you have no reason to be ravenous at night. You were fed in the day. So at this point, we know this is more than a physical hunger. This is a mental hunger. You are lonely, bored, sad, frustrated. Okay? And then you can build momentum to carry into the next season, which will be January. You're getting ready to maybe bump up, but you need to learn the habits of stop eating at night. I'm going to share this video that I got from Dr. Mindy Peltz. She initially had cued me what did she say? I had watched a video of hers where she said it's important to stop eating as the sun goes down, because your melatonin starts to kick in. And when the melatonin kicks in, fat burning disappears. The process of fat burning decreases. Hi, Queen of the South. We love you long time. All right, so I'm going to share this with you. Okay, which one I'm going to do now? I'm going to do this one first. Okay. I hope you guys could hear it.
If you eat your dinner 3 hours before you go to bed, what's happening is you eat your dinner, let's say at 5 o'clock, you're going to get that insulin spike. It's going to start to come down, and then melatonin is building, and you're going to allow melatonin to shine, get you a good night's sleep. You're going to recover from your insulin spike from dinner, and that there will be no extra insulin to be stored as fat. What's happening to those of you that are eating a late dinner is that your melatonin is going up at the same time your insulin is going up. And so your body's like, wait, we're going to bed. Why is insulin here? We better store that somewhere, and it will store it in fat. And that is not a great recipe for weight loss. So the timing of your dinner matters. The blue light from your computers matter. Making sure that insulin and melatonin are inversely showing up and not showing up at the same time.
Okay. Melatonin and insulin should not be.
Dr. Mindy here, and on this video, we're going to talk about the.
Also, I wanted to share another video really quickly, just reiterating that. Let's try that.
When I eat when it's dark, what is happening to my body?
When you're eating when it's dark, you have a little bit of a hormonal dilemma going on, because when it's dark, the body's preparing for sleep. And so if we're eating, then two things can happen. You're more insulin resistant, like I mentioned, but then your digestive system's shutting down because you're going into what we call a parasympathetic relaxed state. So if you go to bed with a full belly, and that food is not going to be digested as well.
Really?
I mean, there's a whole issue, a bunch of gut problems that can happen. That food can ferment at night, which now starts to create more like, you know, we can go down the path of candida and fungus, and that it's undigested food. Whereas if you eat at 5, go for a walk afterwards, like you're using that glucose, your body has the ability to digest. So yeah, night eating is not good.
Okay, so I think we get the point. Night eating is not good. 6 to sleep. There's another echo. I don't know. Once again, the link to the challenge is in the description box. I'm also putting it in the chat again. It's 6 to sleep. I just want it to be doable. The audio was doubled. I'm sorry, y'all. But I need my girls and my whatever guys are here to show up consistently. Alternate day fasting is only feasible. It's only effective if you're doing it consistently, because your body needs to recognize the pattern. But if you do it one day here, another day here, mess up half of the time there, start half week, do a full week, it's not going to give you the compounded results that you want. I was able to get an effective 12-pound weight loss in my first month because I just locked in and I was sick and tired of myself. So after the 7-day commitment I gave myself, I just kept at it. Why? Because I already built the pattern. ADF does really well with a pattern. So you could lock in and do it. But what I realized, the most important part was going to bed hungry. I knew every time I went to bed hungry during alternate day fasting, I was going to win. I was winning. I was winning. Go to bed hungry, you will win. And you honestly, this is from an ADF graduate. I was kind of expelled because, you know, I have health issues that I can't do long-term fasting anymore. But I lost my train of thought. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. would be a good time to start your fast and have it go until you wake up the next morning. So what would you eat? You have to make sure you eat enough. The thing about when I was doing alternate day fasting is I knew, because I had the whole day, I wasn't doing my best during breakfast and lunch. And I would save like everything for dinner. That's not good. And I still kind of do that now. I need to have my calories in the beginning of the day. I like to think of it as eat like a king in the morning, a queen at lunch, and a pauper at night. Because you should be winding down and preparing for sleep. So your meals should be nutrient dense. Your meals should always be nutrient dense. If you are doing alternate day fasting, any kind of fasting, your meals have to matter because you're using this to fuel yourself. If you are running off processed foods, snacks, small amounts of calories, egg whites, and no fats, no healthy fats, guess what? You're gonna be hungry. You're gonna be hungry. The other thing I like about this challenge is that it's female friendly. This means whether you are menstruating, whether you are in your luteal phase, ovulating, it's safe, okay? no matter what time of the month it is for menstruating women, you can do it. If you read Dr. Mindy Peltz's book, Fast Like a Girl, she's going to actually, she needs you to take a break before the week before your menstruation. That's fasting like a girl, because your body is going to need extra calories, extra carbohydrates in order to boost progesterone, in order for the egg to drop like it does monthly, leading to menstruation. When we are in severe long-term calorie deficits, when we are lacking the amount of glucose in order to boost the progesterone, that's when we find ourselves having off menstruation. We will have hair shedding. We will feel very weak. That week will feel harder than others because you're preparing. Your body is preparing to drop an egg, to lay a deuce. So with this, you can do it any time of the month. You don't have to worry about, oh, I'm about to start. You can do it. Stop eating at 6. When I say lock in, that's a big reason why I don't want to do ADF this time, because I need you to make it to December. This is a 14-day challenge, but you don't have to stop at 14 days. I need you to keep going with this, because for one, it's a really good habit. For two, I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to do it with you because I've been late night eating. Okay? I've been late night eating. I'm not going to shout at you. I've been doing it. It's not a great thing. Even when I was alternate day fasting, I would have food to the last minute preparing for a fast day. And I was like, I can't do that. It's not healthy. It's not sane. And it's not giving me the results I want. I'm not having that good bowel movement in the morning when I'm eating until right before my head lays on the pillow. Every time I did a fast day and woke up the next day, full movement. If you're not having full movements, you need to be doing this. Another good thing about this is not an ADF challenge. This is not an ADF challenge. So if you want to do the ADF challenge for September, go ahead. All I need you to do is keep going until December. But this is for the people who find ADF a little too challenging. This is going to be for the people who maybe want to start back or are not seeing progress. Sometimes the daily 6 p.m. cutoff is exactly what you need. I was reading a comment from that video that Mindy did.
If you eat your dinner
The first comment, and this was 3 years ago, she said, "This is how I lost 40 pounds and kept it off, never gained it back. Cutoff time was 6 p.m. and I ate the same time every day for 3 months. I tell people and they don't believe me. I also cut out pop, lattes, and candy bars." The truth is, a lot of us are doing things to sabotage ourselves and then wondering why we're not seeing results. We're having the sweets, we're having the sugars, we're drinking our calories, we're not moving enough. Mind you, all of this is happening while you're doing ADF. So how can you set yourself up for success? Yeah, that comment, and then I was looking at the other comments. And honestly, I've met so many older women that believe that, like, live by that. I don't eat late. They don't eat late. A lot of skinny white women. at work at my job, like I don't eat late. I don't eat late. Oh yeah, I stopped eating after 5. I was like, huh? What? But they're tiny, they're slim, they're fit. I was like, huh, huh. The biggest part about fasting is going to bed hungry. I need you to understand that. So I decided to isolate that and make it a challenge. You must go to bed hungry, no matter what. You can be doing ADF, OMAD, 16-8. You can be doing keto, carnivore, Mediterranean, paleo, vegan. Go to bed hungry. So this is you can lock in with this. If you're doing alternate day fasting, please keep calm and carry on. But if you want something to lock in from September to December with, that's the basic rule. No eating past 6. And you'd be surprised how many people can't even do that. It sounds so simple, don't it? It sounds so simple. But all of a sudden they're in a situation where, oh, my friend called me out. We're supposed to go eat at, oh, there's an event. Oh, wait, but he brought over, oh, but tonight's Chinese food. You'd be surprised how many people can't even do that. So if you want to do the ADF, continue to do ADF. For those who need a little bit more and want to reap the benefits of going to bed hungry every night, this 14-day challenge is for you. The link, no, you just 6 p.m. to sleep, 6 to sleep, 6 to sleep. That's it, that's all. I didn't put a number on it. There's no, you must fast for 18, 16, 12, no. All you need to do is stop eating after 6. That's it, that's all. And it sounds, this shouldn't work. You'd be surprised. Your insulin is the main cause of your obesity. Once we bring the insulin down, you will see results, especially decreased belly fat. So many of us have poor gut health and are going to bed with full stomachs or food that has not been digested. Instead of eating at 6, go for a walk. Go walk off your lunch so you can be nice and empty for bed. And that's when you'll reap the benefits of fasting. Go to bed hungry. And the benefit of this that kind of a little bit beats ADF is that you have to do it every night. Go to bed hungry every night. This will compound. You will learn discipline. Because if you can master going to bed hungry, you can do any protocol you want. But going to bed hungry is not for the weak, especially in this world where we're up late. We have access to all kinds of stuff. We have drive-throughs, 24-hour drive-throughs. We have a fridge that runs all night. We stocked up in our like. I like the idea of shutting off my brain. That's why I loved ADF so much, because I shut my brain off. I shut my brain off, and it was really hard having to give up ADF, but that meant I had to lean on my learnings and really keep my stomach in the shrunken state. I had to practice portion control. That's another big part. That is another huge part. Portion control is going to be your best friend during this. Thank you, Robbie. That's so sweet of you. If you want to put yourself out of your misery, always go to bed early. I told you, sleep is the best time travel you'll have when you're fasting. You'll get from uncomfortable to breakfast real fast, real quick. I lose my train of thought so damn easily. I hate myself. It's not true. You're trying. What was I saying, y'all? You can have bone broth before, as long as it's before 6. You can ask me any question you want. The final verdict will always be before 6. That's it. That's all. You don't have to worry about how many, what to do, how to do. 6 p.m. Go to bed hungry. But oh yes, thank you, babe. Portion control. Portion control. If you combine portion control with a 6 p.m. cutoff, you may have found your maintenance path after ADF. Because I've been really relying on portion control and movement to continue this weight loss. So from, what was it, December 2024 to what, this end of August now, the extra 20 pounds that I have lost over the span of months, because I haven't gone any further, I've just lost the 20 pounds. I have 10 more than I want. I want to get to 160 and then I'm done. 160 and then I'm done. That's all I want. That's all so I'm going to do it with you. Can you guys let me know if you're in? Are you going to do this? I'm curious who's going to do ADF and who's going to do 6 to sleep. Let me know in the chat, in the comments. What are you locking in with? I'm definitely doing 6 to sleep. I'm going to do 6 to sleep because I know the benefits of going to bed hungry. It never fails, but it's my hardest. It's my weakness. I had told you in a prior live that late night eating was my bonding method with my dad, who, God rest his soul, he passed away when I was 16, but boy, did I love my daddy. Okay, I was a daddy's girl. Where he was, that's where I was. I was his shadow. I was his tail. My daddy worked in the hotel maintenance business, okay? And he used to come home real late, okay? My daddy was a hunkin', 6-foot-something Jamaican man with a big head, big belly, and long legs, all right? And when he would come home, he would throw together these weird combinations of food. I'm going to read all the comments soon. But he would come home like well after 12 a.m. He would come home and I would wait for him to come home because I wanted to see my daddy. And he would make this odd concoction of dried saltfish, like bacalao, on water crackers with butter and tomato. Don't ask me. Do not ask me. Jamaicans be like, okay. And he would make a full plate of them. It was the most interesting, what do you call them? I don't know. Tapa, I guess, a little tapa, while we watched Martin, reruns of Martin. And that's how I ended up having a emotional bond to late night eating. Okay. And this has been since I was very young, 10, 11, okay, 12, 13. This time was spent with a loved one. And I started to look forward to late night eating with my dad. Horrible habit. Horrible habit. Most of our movements were done at night. So now it's ingrained in me to want to eat at night because that means this is love. This is love. Some others may have feelings like that or memories like that. You know, at nighttime I would sit down and cuddle with abuela, or me and my babies, we would all have, nighttime is usually when you relax and feed yourself. And I get it, but it's not good for our waistlines. We have taken the emotional attachment of the memory and more so attributed it to the food aspect more so than the emotional aspect. So me, I'm trying to recapture feelings of love and bonding through food when I could just memorize it. I could just remember it. I could talk about it. I could reenact it with another person, or your loved one. I don't have to eat the memory. So that's why for me personally, it feels like pain to go to bed hungry. And that's why I said every time I did ADF, going to bed hungry, I knew I was winning because that is poorly ingrained in me to eat late at night. I feel so weird going to bed hungry. I don't like it. It's hard. But I'm going to do this lock-in and really, for one, I want to get to the 160. For two, I have my birthday coming up. I need to look fine 99. Fine 99. For three, we're not playing any games September to December. Get it over with. I'm graduating this year. I don't know about you. I'm going to graduate. I'm going to graduate from myself. I'm graduating. I want you to come with me, but I'm graduating. F that. I'm over it. I can't say, oh, I can't wait to get to 100. Bitch, I'm graduating by hook or crook. All right. I have things to do, to meet. I have clothes to wear. All right. Things to do. I'm locking in. Let me see what y'all saying about which route you're going. And I'm happy. I'm happy you guys are like interested in the 6 to sleep. Don't take my term and be running with it. Don't take my term. If I hear 6 to sleep anywhere else, y'all tell me, because I'm gonna just be under the comments like, oh, where'd you get that title from? Credit me. Don't be using 6 to sleep anywhere else. I know where it came from. I could have trademarked in time for 6 to sleep. I love that. I was really like driving. Y'all, really take time to talk to yourself because you will come up with some interesting things. I was like, wait, 6 to sleep? Oh, okay, that's perfect. 5 to sleep didn't hit that much. And 5 is too early to, like, I want to eat after I come home from work. And then like, okay, now I can walk. 6 to sleep. Anyways, I made my stop time 9. Is that too many hours? 9 what? AM? 9, and you can't be talking about 9 p.m. You cannot be talking about 9 p.m. If you want to stop eating at 9 a.m., fine. And don't eat until but you can never be talking about 9 p.m. So what time are you going to bed, my dear? And what are you doing in between the time you're going to what? I'm confuzzled. I'm gonna get back to portion control, because if we combine portion control and that 6 p.m. lock off, you're dangerous. You're just as dangerous as if you were doing ADF. I promise you. I promise you. The key part for all the fasting protocols, I needed to say it 3 times so we could click to you. The key part for any fasting protocol, the key part to lose weight, you must go to bed hungry. It's non-negotiable. If you want to lose weight, not even if you want to lose, if you want to shred fat, you must go to bed hungry. Not just empty, hungry. All right? You'll live. If you can make it through 36 hours, you can make it through the night. The beautiful thing about 6 to sleep is you have to do this every night. So you're reaping that benefit every single night. I know it's going to make the difference. I know it. I know it. I know it. It just sucks to me that like I wasn't doing it. You see how sabotage manifests? I was just trying to get away with portion control and movement, but my stomach be bloated in the morning after I have a bowl of popcorn at 11:30 p.m. Like, what do you do? Go to bed, girl. Over here listening to podcasts while eating popcorn and eating true fruits. It didn't start yet, so this is my weakness, by the way. It's not weak before I'm in my luteal phase. These true fruits, whoever made this, demon, because they're so good. This is hyper-dried strawberries in white and dark chocolate. Me and my kids be bursting that bag up. So good. And it's so like rich, you don't even need many. Okay. So Lavanya, 6 to sleep. Hillary is doing the ADF. Chiz is doing ADF with a side order of 6 to sleep on refeed days. I wouldn't recommend that. Your refeed day, if you're doing ADF, do ADF. Don't combine the two. Because the 36 hours was enough. Your refeed days is exactly what you need to be doing. Reap all the calories and macronutrients from your refeed day. So it's either or, don't do both. You can do 6 to sleep after you've gotten all the benefits you needed to out of ADF and you're ready to do maintenance. 6 to sleep. Don't do both, y'all. It's either or. Either or. Throw your whole... Okay. Let me gather myself. I don't want y'all doing too much, okay? But when you do too much, it makes me feel like you're just like trying to get it over with. I don't want that for you. I want you, like, it's like if a man is dating a whole bunch of women and you're just an option. Like, I want you to lock in and commit to something. Commit. Don't be dating. Commit to one. And put your whole source and effort and lock the hell in on September 1st. When you're doing some of this, some of that, and you have usually never done anything long-term for yourself, and then all of a sudden you want to give yourself 3 protocols, a new diet, and throw out all the candy sugar, it's too much. Work on one thing at a time. Do ADF or 6 to sleep. During both, have a good meal plan. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. All right? Don't do too much. Don't overfast. Don't undereat. Don't over-exercise. Don't overtrain. Don't undersleep. Balance, my love, balance. Throw yourself into one wholeheartedly instead of half-assing a whole bunch of things and seeing what sticks. You understand? That's what I want for you. It's either or. 6 to sleep. You're doing ADF, 6 to sleep, and keto. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. ADF and 6 to sleep. That's too much. You're doing ADF and 6 to sleep when you can. That's too much. Pick one. You need to lock in. Marry one. Marry one. Stop dating. Been on ADF. Lock in. Good job. Locking in with 6 to sleep. Might try ADF again. That don't sound like you're locked in. That might is not a lock in. You have until Monday. You need to marry something. Which one is it? I need to hear the assuredness in your comments. Love the six to sleep. I'm in. I know you will. Your dad passed away almost 2 years ago. Oh, my condolences, my love. For some reason, all week, I've been coming across like talking to people about my dad. Mind you, at this point, I've been alive longer than my dad's been dead longer than he's been alive in my life. So I don't think about him like too often anymore. But all week I've been having conversations about my dad, and I don't know what that's trying to tell me. So, like, it's been dad all week with a coworker, someone else, me thinking about him. It's really strange. ADF and 6 to sleep, pick one, marry one, lock in with one. You need to marry one. 6 to sleep, ADF, master ADF. 6 to sleep seems to be my maintenance. 6 to sleep is great maintenance. But for those who are going to bed with food in their stomach, 6 to sleep might just be what you need to start shredding fat, because you might be eating too much. And if you're not consistent with ADF, go to 6 to sleep and learn consistency. I'm locking in with ADF and I'll try to be done by 6. No. When you are doing ADF, you need all your calories. Will I lose weight if I cut back on sugar? Always. I think I'm ready. I will add that 6 p.m. No. One or the other. So love saltfish is a Caribbean thing, oldie but goodie. Yeah. I will as soon as I return from out the country. Not eating after 6 is no problem, but eating every day shouldn't be a challenge. I'll have to change my mindset. Do what you feel is going to bring you to December. When you're locking in, lock in. I know this is a 14-day challenge, and this is for my 6 to sleepers. But this will have to get you to December, because if you have a considerable amount of weight to lose, 40 pounds or more, I need to hear by December 28th, Colleen, I've lost 20 pounds. Colleen, I've lost 25 pounds. Colleen, I've lost 21 pounds. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. Whatever is going to get you there. Since I've lost a majority of the inflammation that happened with Lyme disease, I've been able to finally get progress again. My progress was so locked up because I was doing all the things, but I had a condition counteracting all the things. So once I was able to go through treatment, do a month worth of antibiotics and kind of clear the bacteria from Lyme disease, then I was able to get down all this inflammation. Like my legs were in pain. My thighs and my calves were swelling. And I was like, what the hell is going on? I was doing ADF and I was losing 14 pounds in two weeks, which was crazy to me because I was like, why do I have so much fluid? And then I went off for like 3 days. I gained back 10. I was like, something is not right here. And I was adamant with my doctor. I was like, Doc, I lost 14 pounds in 2 weeks. Sounds beautiful. It's not normal. That's not normal. That means you're highly inflamed. And then I went off for like 3 days and I gained back 10. And I felt like, what the hell? Finally did my blood work, diagnosed with Lyme disease. Highly inflammatory. If you find that you're doing all the things and the things aren't working, you probably need to get like the ultimate blood work. And now here I am, finally, although it's slow and creeping, 20 pounds and what, like, was that 9 months or so? Go me. Go me. Go me. Go me. Okay, let me catch up. I'm in on 6 to sleep. I fast daily, but I end at 8 p.m. I met my goal. Married to one. Married to one. Tiffany. Spuggy said, me, I graduated too. Good for you. I'm heavy lifting, but I want to do ADF again. Yeah, ADF and heavy lifting doesn't go together. You can't heavy lift and ADF because you're going to need a calorie surplus, and that just it's literally counteracts ADF. So you can lift, but heavy lifting is not going to do anything for you. You just don't have enough calories. Having not having enough calories is just not going to give you enough energy, because don't forget, calorie is an energy, and you're going to need a surplus in order to grow muscle, and there's no surplus happening in ADF. 6 to sleep. 6 to sleep. That's all you need to know. 6 to sleep. Portion control. All right. I'm so proud of you, ADFers. Believe me, I wish I could. It's like, it's weird when, you're blessed with something that works so beautifully, and then like it's taken away from you. It's like, what the heck? Everything has a reason, a season, a blessing, and a lesson. If you don't know, when I do long-term fasting, I think this was about 2 years ago at this point, I get jaundice. Even if I go too low calorie, my eyes will become jaundice. That means I'll get yellowing of the eyes. My eyes will get really sticky. And my doctor is thinking it's a syndrome. There was also another member of the alternate day fasting group. I think is Jamie. He alternate day fasted and his eyes went yellow, and he's Caucasian. So his jaundice was more apparent, and he had emailed me and we discussed, and it could either be an underlying syndrome. So if you find yourself fasting and your eyes get jaundice, you may have what they call Gilbert's syndrome or another syndrome of that sort. And I had to stop because the yellow was not a look. I looked like a demon. I looked like a demon. My eyes were so sticky. Girl, I've been doing ADF for 10 days, but I had heart palpitations last night. Was low-key happy because it gave me an excuse to eat. I think my sugar was too low. I made Jake the 6 to sleep. Yes, this is who 6 to sleep is for. Just for those people who are like, and that's great that you tried ADF and you listen to your body. I had to listen to my body too. Like every time I fasted, it never failed. I got the jaundice. So I was like, okay, I have to stop. And okay, you respected it. It's one thing if you feel hunger, but if your heart's palpitating, cut it out. That heart palpitations is not a good look. That's called body respect. We respect our bodies over here. You can lose weight still with 1 to 2 ADF days, but it does make it harder to not be hungry, and routine is better with ADF. Yes, ADF is always better with routine. That's why I said, if you're not in the pattern and your pattern is inconsistent, you're not going to get those compounded effects of the consistency. And also when you're following the ADF pattern, which I like to call true ADF, by hell or high water, every other day you're fasting, your body comes to expect the fast. So if you're not consistent with the pattern, your body will never start to kick in and expect fasting. That's why you struggle to restart fasting, because you have to restart the pattern. The body is very smart. It adapts quickly, but it needs to expect the pattern in order to adapt. And if we're not consistent, the adaptation won't happen. Around 7 days is when I started like craving the fast. That's what I like to call craving the fast, is that consistency. You crave the fast. Why? Because the body is now preparing for famine. It's basically what it is. It's, oh, this human is about to, it seems like every 36 hours, this human seems to go into a long stretch of no food intake. So let's kick in this, plug in that, prepare for this. It's like what is that movie? Feelings. What the hell is that movie? With all the feelings inside the body. It's like it just plugs in ports expecting you. And it helps you because the body it always just wants to keep you alive. Homeostasis. It wants to keep you cool when you're hot. It wants to make sure that you hold on to fat in case, famine and such. The body is so smart. So if you're not holding down that pattern or you break the pattern often, ADF is going to be 10 times harder. That's why I hate falling off ADF, because I know how hard it is to restart ADF. Oh, that used to be the bane of my existence. I had to stay in the pattern by hell or high water, because to restart it, it wasn't that it was hard to fast. It was that my brain was doing everything to keep me safe. It's like, no, human, don't you just want to eat when you feel like? Yeah, but I want to shred. No. It was a mental thing. It wasn't because I couldn't fast. It was just mental. Body protects you in that way too. It doesn't want you to go through anguish. It sucks. I really miss ADF. I'm not gonna lie to you. Who doesn't want to just turn off their brain? All I gotta do is just not eat. But you can do it for me. Or I'm gonna do the 6 to sleep. I can do 6 to sleep. So what I'm gonna do, or what I'm gonna ask you to do, is start thinking about what your breakfast and lunch is. So this is great, the 6 to sleep. What I've learned is that having coffee on an empty stomach, which a lot of Americans have coffee, a lot of people, because in Italy they be drinking coffee. A lot of people have coffee in the morning. Usually in the typical 16-8, people skip breakfast, have lunch and dinner. With ADF, you'll have a black coffee and drink it on an empty stomach because you're not eating for the day. The thing about coffee, especially if you're having black coffee, it's kind of corrosive to the stomach lining. It's not ideal way to wake up the system. It is caffeine, and caffeine is a drug. And then you're having it on an empty stomach, okay? Which it's a huge hit of cortisol to the system, and cortisol and women don't mix. Cortisol, which is the stress hormone that allows you to hold on to belly fat, it doesn't mix well. So the beautiful thing now about making sure you have a good breakfast, that you're not having coffee on an empty stomach. Also, this means you start to protein load earlier. We're just not hitting our protein goals, point blank period. Okay, we're not. When having a good breakfast, I find breakfast to be usually the easiest way to make healthy options. You have eggs, you have Greek yogurt, you have chia seeds, you have oatmeal, you have avocados. You have so many healthy options for breakfast that we skip out on when we're doing like 16-8 and skipping breakfast. Take advantage of those healthy options in the morning time. You can add in collagen to your oatmeal or even your coffee. Have a healthy smoothie. Load up. Have your fruits first thing in the morning. You are treating yourself with goodness in the morning. Breakfast is really, I see what they mean. It is the most important. Is it necessary? It's not required. But I can see why it's the most important, especially if you're going to do 6 to sleep. Get it in. Start preparing. I like to prepare chia seed puddings. I have my mason jars. I'll throw some kefir, which is a fermented yogurt smoothie. Great, full of probiotics. It has proteins. It's a fermented drink. Good for the stomach health. Put 2 scoops of chia seeds, full of healthy fats and protein and fiber. Good for women. If you have fibroids, if you have misaligned hormones, you're going to need fiber. Why? Fiber will help you remove excess hormones. If you find yourself with high estrogen, fibroids, PCOS, you're going to need fiber in order to remove excess hormones out of the system and poop them out. Get your green drinks. I have my Kiala or my Bloom. Fill in those micronutrient gaps. Then you eat whatever the hell you want for lunch. But make sure it's filling, because when 6 p.m. comes, that's it for you. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. That's why I said make sure it's nutrient dense so you don't need a lot. Never forget about the portion control. You're going to need portion control with sleep to 6. You can't have platters of food. You can't have platters of food during sleep to 6. And you shouldn't be having platters of food during ADF either. I used to do that. If you watch my old Feast with Me's, I used to have, I would have a bowl of salad, like a mixing bowl of salad, throw in the entire Taylor's brand salad mix. And I look back at it, I'm like, girl. And in the comments, people are like, you eat a lot. I did. I thought because it was salad, I could eat it all, but it was a lot. It was still a lot, stretching out my stomach. That's it. Scarcity mentality. Oh my God, I'm never gonna eat again. I have to. You'll be all right. Okay. You'll be all right. If your food is nutrient dense, you won't even need that much. How much? Think about if you eat like steak. There's only so much steak you can consume before you're really full. If you think about a baked potato, not with all the butter and all that, just a nice baked potato. There's only so much baked potato you can eat. It's very satisfying. Okay. The more basic your food is, the more nutrient dense it's more likely to be. The more whole foods you eat, the less you'll need. The more whole foods you eat, the less you'll need. And I swear by potatoes. Like, potatoes are a great thing to have. All right, 6 to sleepers. Let me put that in the chat again. And if you don't know, the PDF for the September 6 to Sleep Challenge, I put it in the chat. I put it in the description box. Also, what I'm going to do September, I'm deleting TikTok. I'm going to delete my TikTok. I'm not deleting my account. I'm deleting TikTok. It's too much. I'm wasting too much time. I am not growing by scrolling and watching other people create. TikTok is full of endless wisdom, but it is taking up too much time. I have things to do. I will be a student again on Monday. So I have assignments to start worrying about, and TikTok gotta go. That's my lock-in. I'm deleting. What are you doing for September? What else am I doing? I wrote these in my journal. I'm doing the 6 to sleep. I told you to write down 5 things last time. 5 things you are locking in with. I'm doing 6 to sleep. I'm cutting off TikTok, deleting TikTok. I need to pay off my debt. I want to pay off my credit card. I have to lock in on that. I have to lock in on that. I have to. That, because having like debt is like I don't sleep well. I don't like that. And that means for 2 videos a week. I have to do 2 videos a week. I need to, because if I'm going to pay off the debt, I need to get some more income. So that's 4. I still have time to come up with my 5th, and I'm going to lock in. These 5 things are going to be your non-negotiables from September to December. These 5 things that you are locking in with are going to be your non-negotiables, which means you have married it. There's no divorcing. You are in it to win it until December. I'm actually I'm craving to delete TikTok now o'clock. You know how many times my finger has hovered over the delete button? But I was like, no. TikTok to me is like, you know, when you have a cigarette break and you're like, that's what during work, I pick it up, I do like 30 seconds of work, and then I'm like, that's what TikTok is like to me. I don't like that. Anything that I depend on, it got to go. It got to go. I don't like depending on anything because I know I have an addictive, obsessive personality. Anything that is making me feel dependent on it has to go. Alcohol had to go. Smoking had to go. What else? What else did I felt like dependency on? My mama had to go. Listen, sometimes you have to cut the umbilical cord. You really do. Some people don't ever really grow up because mama will catch them. I had to grow up. I stopped asking for things a long time ago. What is 6 to sleep? You'll find out. What diet are you? Okay, so I just discussed that. Whole foods. You're eloping with ADF? That sounds sexy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Is Monday a fast day or a feast day for that challenge? My challenge is sleep to 6. Sleep to 6. 6 to sleep. I need to go to sleep. 6 to sleep. I just put the link in the chat. You can access the PDF through the link in the description. 6 to sleep every day. Stop eating at 6. Also, if you're not moving your body, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let me show you what committing to a workout routine looks like. I'm certain you've seen it in my latest live, or my last video, but here we go. This is not a result of just losing weight. This is also getting fit. And although I have a genetic upper hand, hashtag Jamaicans be like, look at the before. Puffy. Not really defined. Okay, losing weight doesn't give you abs. You could see visible muscle definition in my ab portion, my ab region. You can see a little bit of muscle striation in my legs. You can see defined shoulders, okay? Although I don't need to lift heavy in order to build muscle definition, there's consistency here. This is also called compounding effects. You don't have to be doing the most. All of this body that you see here in the red bikini is from committing 10 minutes with Chloe Ting every day. Yes, this is a 10-minute body. This is a 10-minute body. For me, if it takes too long, I'm not going to do it. The way my ADHD is set up, I will lose my attention quickly. You can tell how many times I said, what was I talking about during the... But I can commit a day to some burpees, a squat, and a high knee with Chloe Ting, who provides infinite free resources, including programs, routines, challenges, and the like. All right. So if you're not doing some form of strength training, resistance training, and cardio, you're going to look like Mr. Krabs without his shell. You know who Mr. Krabs is? I don't even want to look up the image for you. It's not pretty. It's not just all about losing weight. You want to look fit. All right? All right? And that bikini is from Target. I got it on clearance. I'll be wearing it for my birthday. So if this, so this in the bikini, in the red bikini, this is 166. I have since gained back 4 pounds. So I'm back at 170 because, as I said, it's that time of the month. So I'm bloated. But I looked really good there. I looked nice and lean. So I'm imagining myself by the time my birthday rolls around in November, I should be with the 6 to sleep. I should be looking like fine 99. Okay. Weight loss stalled with inflammation. I have cerebral palsy. I get it now. Yes, ma'am. 6 to sleep. Guys, be decisive for goodness sake. Quit giving yourselves more than what you can manage. Lock in with one and go all in. Go all in on one. Don't split your attention between a whole bunch of stuff. That's why it's called lock in. September, lock in. Do not spread yourself thin. Do not bite more than you can chew. You must dedicate all your attention to one thing. And that's why I like having different things, like of my 5. One is like body, one is career, one is financials, one is, self-improvement. I like focusing all on one thing. If I'm doing too much, giving myself too much, I'm more than likely going to fail at something or at all. Lock in with one of each of those realms. If you are focusing on your finances, you can't be saving and paying off debt at the same time. You can't. You have to pick one. So either you save first, save your emergency fund first, and then start chipping away at debt, and then you could start saving up expenses, and then, or you can lose weight first, then you could start building muscle or focusing on building glutes. Focus on one first. Hi, Ruth. I'm very well. Thank you for asking. I went to work today. They let me off early because it's Labor Day weekend. What y'all doing for Labor Day weekend? It burns my skin that I don't have nobody to go to these events with. I feel like there's nothing grown and sexy. I'm too grown for the young people. Pasa them. Like Reggae Fest is going on as we speak at Barclays Center with Vibes Cartel. The Caribbean Awards was just the other day. Moan cry. The yearly sacrifice. The Labor Day parade is going to be on Monday. I'm not showing up there. Mayor Adams is going to have to tell me what happened on TV. I'm not going. But I want to do something on a rooftop somewhere wearing a really cute dress. But these kids don't know how to behave. These New York City children don't know how to behave. But I don't want to be in the house. I want to be Jamaican. Colleen, I've lost 20 pounds. I'm telling you now. All right. We'll see about that. I've been doing the following for the last few weeks. This week I've gotten off track. Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, feasting days, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. eating window. So far, so good. Okay. Is water allowed on 6 to sleep? Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is also a good point. I have a health checkup with my primary at the end of September. Can't wait to see my updated blood work. When I tell you, getting your blood work done and comparing it to like old results, it's very satisfying. I've lowered my cholesterol, I've increased my vitamin D, and I've increased my iron. Some people had asked, what do I take? I'm going to show you my big three. So these are the vitamins that I'm taking daily. This is it's called Micro Ingredients. Vitamin D3K2. This is 10,000 IUs. I don't play around with those 2,000, 1,500, 10,000. If you want to do something with yourself. And the beautiful thing about these, look how tiny they are. Okay. Itty bitty pearls. You get 300 and you get 300. So this will last for more than a year because it's one per day. And it's made of coconut oil. So that's what I take daily. I raised my vitamin D. Last year it was 30. No, it was 21. Last year my vitamin D was 21. My recent results from 2 weeks ago is currently 97. I no longer take multivitamins. This is my all-in-one women's multivitamin. This is the grass-fed beef liver. This is desiccated beef liver. Beef liver is an amazing nutrient-dense organ. But who's eating liver? My mom always tried to get me to eat liver. So I take it in vitamin form. This is full of selenium, iron, choline, zinc, copper, manganese, thiamine, niacin, folate, riboflavin, B, C, D, E. It has everything you need as a woman and then some, especially the selenium. And this helped raise my iron. What was it? 53 to 147. And then this, everybody compliments my skin. I always take some form of seafood oil. So this is the Mega Red Omega-3 krill oil. This is 2 per day for the beef liver. This is 1 per day. This is good for your heart. This is 1,000 milligrams. I take it because it makes my skin creamy. And I know omegas are great for you. I also enjoy eating sardines. So yeah, that's like my big three. Sometimes I will have some milk thistle for my liver. Other than that, that's what I take every day. Vitamin D, omega, and the desiccated beef liver. Okay, for those that were asking. I didn't put the links in the description, but this is Micro Ingredients, Mega Red. I got this at Walmart. This I got from Amazon. This is the Double Wood brand. I have 2 more bottles in my cabinet. Yeah, it's very good. I started ADF June 1st, 2025. I'm down 33 pounds up to date. Congrats, Shazzy. I have 22 pounds to go, but I've noticed the weight is dropping slower now. Any tips? I've had no change in diet or lifestyle. That's what's going to happen as you get closer to your goal. It's not going to be as rapid. What you will have to do is increase movement. You'll have to increase your movement. Good night. 6 to sleep in the house. You better watch your mouth. What do you consider maintenance? Is that the last 6 to 10 pounds? You can get to your goal weight, and that would be maintenance. Yeah, do what you need to do until you reach your final number size, and then you're in maintenance. Yeah. Yeah. Because you're still actively still working towards a goal. Anything that you like have to calm down, I would consider maintenance. If you're not like actively pursuing, then you're still going for your goal. Oh, Inside Out. Thank you, Nick. I don't watch them animated films. I don't watch any movies. I'm a reality show and documentary girl. So, and SVU, of course. If it's not one of those three, like right now, I was just watching the Katrina documentary that just came out on Netflix. Them levees broke. And the president just flew over and said, okay, I've seen enough, and flew right back to DC. It's not funny. But the guy was like, he just looked out the window, was like, all right, that's enough. It went back. I was like, good night. I love documentaries. I've watched every documentary on Netflix. I love documentaries. Hi, Dr. Precocious. I just put my wife onto your content. We're starting ADF together. You're a beast. Oh, thank you. I wish I could still be a beast and really like be the guru y'all need, but I'm just a coach at this point. ADF for president. ADF for president. Okay. 36 hours is really the magical number. What does it mean when I feel pain and nausea in my stomach after a fast? It might be your stomach like getting back together, because fasting really does a lot of digestion and gut health repair. Your stomach is probably like trying to get its life together. That's why a lot of people don't lose weight sometimes while alternate day fasting. It's because, I'll never stop saying it, alternate day fasting is a health plan with weight loss as a side effect. If you are metabolically damaged, fasting is going to clean up your health first before you see the benefits of weight loss. So if you are highly inflamed, if you have metabolic damage, if your hormones are way out of whack, it's going to spend time fixing, repairing, and cleaning up those issues before it even thinks about you losing weight. Sometimes we are so metabolically damaged. Fasting just has to spend even a month or two working on cleaning you up so you could even try to lose weight. You understand? That's why I tell y'all to get the books, get the research, because you can read all these things and understand. Y'all out over here asking me, how come I haven't lost weight and it's been 3 weeks? Don't let me cuss you out. Like, stop asking me questions and start buying books. I'm dead serious. I am not a guru. I'm not a medical professional. I don't get paid for this. These people made content material for you to understand why fasting works. And you over here asking me questions like my name is Dr. anything. There's no doctor in front of my name. These people have licenses, authorities, peer-reviewed journals, researched. Don't upset my spirit, please. 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 Especially if you wanted to start off with one, get this. Fast, Feast, Repeat by Jen Stevens. Primarily, because she literally has an entire chapter dedicated to frequently asked questions. And every single question that y'all have ever asked me in the history of alternate day fasting on this channel is in this book. Pages and pages of random ass questions and answers. The most random. Every single one. Can I fast when I'm ill? Is it safe for breastfeeding mothers? Is it safe for women to do IF? Can someone with type 1 do this? What's the best thing to eat? Does communion break the fast? Like, who's thinking about communion? Does communion break the fast? She even answers that. Can I have a cheat day? Will I still lose weight if I don't follow the recommendation? Can I do a 24-hour fast every day? Is it better to track hours or track my eating window? I've noticed I'm losing hair. What's going on? I feel shaky and nauseous during the fast. What should I do? Can I IF with a medical condition? What is the best time of the day to work out? Why am I losing pounds on the scale, but my size isn't changing? The most random ass questions, psychology. Can we really get into ketosis while doing intermittent fasting with no dietary changes? I get so tired after breaking my fast. I want to take a nap. So many people tell me that one. Why am I so cold during the fast? Everybody asks me that one. I get really hot after I eat. Why is that? Like, the most random ass questions in the world. I love this chapter so much. And she answers each one in the fullest of depths. And there is this portion here that I loved. Where is it? Here it is. This is one I always like to reiterate. And I'm not reading more than this because I respect the author. Whether you choose 5-2, 4-3, or ADF, always remember this. No matter which form of up and down day fasting you pick, make sure to have a true up day after every down day. You shouldn't schedule 2 down days in a row or have 1 down day and then have 1 meal on the following day. This isn't the fasting Olympics, where the more you can fast, the better it is. Never forget that we need the up pattern to balance out the down. I really want to hammer this last point home. The key to the whole thing is the up day following every down day. That's the part that lets your body know you're not in danger of starving. That's the part that keeps our metabolisms humming along. So please do not do an ADF pattern where you do a full fast for 46 to 48 hours, eat 1 meal, then start another 46 to 48 hour fast. That is not ADF and it is not recommended. This is all her words. I couldn't have said it better. I could not have said it better. I've been saying this since I started making ADF content. Every challenge, I said, if you break the pattern, don't fast the next day if that's not your fast day. Just continue with the pattern. Don't do extra fast days in order to counteract a broken fast. Just do the pattern. It has to be up and down. It's a balance. You will ruin your metabolism. Over fasting is not going to get you where you want to go faster. All you're going to do, you're never going to be smarter than your body. Just know that. All right. Get you this. All right. And if you want to know more about fasting for your hormones, get you that. Dr. Mindy Peltz, the lady that I played the video with earlier. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Do not piss me off. Don't say you want to lock in and you don't know nothing about fasting. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. TikTok is so demonic. I deleted it many moons ago. Yeah. I'm going to break the spell. I can't wait. I'm going to be sad, though. I'm going to be sad. I'm not going to lie to you. You see, I've been so intertwined with TikTok that I listen to it while brushing my teeth. I watch it while I'm on the treadmill, while I'm taking a walk, while I'm cooking. Oh, it's so intertwined into my life. I can't wait to delete that monster. I'm waiting until September 1st because it's part of my challenge. So watch. I want to, focus more on playing games with my kids. We like to play Jenga. If we're all scrolling on our phone, no. I'm done. She said, "Now, mommy." I just joined 37-mile walk challenge for March of Dimes. That's wonderful. I love me a good walk for a cause. Love it. Love that. There should be one coming up on my side. What is the wow? What did I miss? What's the wow? Did I miss something? What did I do? I forgot what I did. The yearly sacrifice. That's what the Labor Day parade is. Yeah, you can. You can take these on fast days because they're already built in with oil. And it has to come in the delivery of oil. D3 can only be activated with oil or some kind of fat. So even if you had like a tablet or a capsule of some sort, you'd have to take it with like oil or a fat, avocado, a tablespoon of olive oil. It has to be, but this is beautiful in that it comes packed in coconut oil already. So the little pearl is the D3 with the coconut oil. Isn't that great? 10,000 IUs in a little pearl. Amazing. Mind you, this is what I do. So do what works for you. Before all else, make sure you test your D. Test the D. It's so funny that you mentioned liver and sardines. I just started a sardine and chicken liver only fast because it'll help put my body into ketosis without me having to food fast. There you go. Very healthy. Just learned optimal is in the 150s. I take 4,000 IUs daily. Numbers climb slowly. It took 5 years ago. Yeah, I had to do therapeutic doses to get my vitamin D up. So I took 50,000 IUs every day for a month. I mainly did it for my fibroids. There's tends to be a link between low vitamin D and fibroid growth because vitamin D is not really a vitamin, it is a hormone. And yeah, a lot of Black women get fibroids, just so happen to have low vitamin D. And don't tell me about women in the Caribbean because women in the Caribbean be hiding from the sun any chance they get. They are not in the sun. They're in a car, they're in a building, they're under a tree, under an umbrella, in the house. You have to be in the sun half naked in order to get any kind of sun benefits. So a lot of Black women have low vitamin D. Yeah, The Biggest Loser documentary was interesting. I used to be into that show. As a fat girl, I would pray. I was too young for it, so I didn't even try, but I was like, oh my God, I'd do anything to be on The Biggest Loser. I used to watch that show like, come save me. Oh, The Biggest Loser was my everything. I always wanted Bob because Jillian was like too intense, but I wanted to be on that show so bad because I would have done anything to just lose weight. And I was like, what's in my early teens when that show came out. What is the best energy building vitamin for men? They could also take beef liver. Excellent. You ever heard about the Liver King? He has a documentary as well. You should watch it. He likes to eat liver, bull's nuts, all kind of nonsense. You don't have to do all that. You could just take this. Very, very healthy. Actually, this replaces male and female multivitamins. Yeah. Male and female multivitamins. You could replace it with this. You can. Hi, Natasha. Working overnight is impossible. That's not true. I used to work overnight in preload from 36 hours. That's honestly bulk of where my fasting was. I used to load trucks for UPS. My shift was from maybe 2 a.m., leave at 9 a.m. And I was fasting. I brought my jug of water to work. And I fasted until it was time to go to sleep. When I woke up, and it was time to eat again. That's it. Sleep to sleep. Y'all overthinking it. Don't think too hard. Don't think about it too much, too much, too much, too much. Yeah, sleep to 6. Why I keep saying sleep to 6? 6 to sleep. I listen to the Fast Feast Repeat podcast. Love it. She's great. I'm also subscribed to it. I needed that info about 36 versus 48. Why y'all don't want to buy stuff? Y'all buy a coach person a hot second. But y'all won't study what y'all want to do for a living. Like, it don't make no sense to me. The coach person gonna help you lose weight. Get the book and read. Don't depend on me. I am no kind of source of medical information. I'm reporting to you for motivation and my experience. But these people can tell you what to expect, what the process entails, what will happen to you. And that will prepare you for success. You'll be set up for success when you know what fasting does in the body. That's why I keep reiterating, please get some material. Read it during your fasting period in the evening. Early morning sun is less damaging. Very true. Essential detox enzyme found to be malfunctioning or inhibited in Gilbert's syndrome. There are certain herbs that are kind of common that inhibits its production. UGT1A1. Yeah, I realized I have low liver enzymes. Every time my blood work comes back, like my ALT, AST are low. I don't know. Something's going on with my liver. Something's happening with my liver. I'm just falling apart, y'all. Y'all pray for me. hit like so I'll be able to live until December. Please, if you love me and you want to see me live until December, hit like. Because I don't know when I'm going to fall apart. I feel so much better since I started taking Primal Queen's beef liver supplements. It was a game changer. Beef liver for president. Yes, I do take milk thistle here and there, but I don't take it often enough. I also have moringa tea, dandelion tea. I don't have milk thistle tea. And cruciferous vegetables increases its production. Huh. Very interesting. Thank you, Chad. I love scientific things. Speaking of UPS, maybe get a video talking about preloading, looking into getting handler work for some extra income. I've been meaning to do the career video for the longest time because I went from preloader to data analyst with UPS. And when I start, like, I had no prior any kind of IT, any kind of IT experience. So, the good thing about being a preloader at UPS, it's a part-time gig, it's overnight, you're able to do another job, it's highly physically demanding. And literally, it says you get paid to work out. I've seen people come in and in 3 months have lost over 40 pounds. That's how physically demanding it is. It is a workout. I easily clock in 10,000 steps by the end of a shift. Mind you, it's maybe 5 hours. You will become part of the union. You will get benefits. A lot of people have that job as a second job just for the benefits because it's union benefits. It's cheap, it's good, and it kicks in after 30 days of work. And they hire anybody. If you're a felon, if you're an immigrant, if you are half illiterate, they will hire anyone. If you're I've met lawyers, I've met 70-year-olds. If you want to get in great shape, become a UPS preloader. Sleep is the best time machine. Dr. Mindy Peltz is here on YouTube. Yeah, she's here on YouTube, but her information is scattered. So I don't want to kiss what you're saying. Those previous comments were regarding bilirubin buildup, just something to look into. If ADF is still something. Yes, my bilirubin is high. My bilirubin is high. I don't know what to do with my liver. Anyways, that's it. That's all. I will drop the link for the challenge, the lock-in challenge, the 6 to Sleep challenge one more time. It is also in the description box. Going to bed hungry is going to be your cheat code to losing weight, to shredding fat, to lowering belly fat, to sleeping well and getting better digestion. If you want to join, Monday is the day. I'm going to take advantage. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend if you are a US resident. We're off on Monday. Enjoy. But just know if you're doing 6 to Sleep, you got to cut that shit off at 6 p.m. I don't care where you are. You could be hanging out with your girlfriends. Put the bottle down at 5:59. 5:59. Get you some chewing gum. Take your ass home. It's lock-in time. I don't care how much fun you're having. You're done eating on September 1st at 6 p.m. Whether you're doing ADF or not. Whether you're doing 6 to Sleep or not. Whether you have keto, carnivore, vegetarian, Mediterranean, I don't care. 6 p.m. All right, and let's get it together. I'm going to check in. Oh, I want to say I'm going to be back on Labor Day. I don't really have no plans, but I'm a spontaneous girl. But I would really like to check back in on September 1st, do my Monday live with you all, and see where our final stances are, what our 5 things we're locking into is. I can't wait to delete TikTok's bitch ass and get my sanity back. And yeah, get ready, get ready, get ready. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.